What's up guys, tysonjhenderson here, and I'm going to run through a little bit of behind the scenes on Tiffany and Brian's proposal.
When, like, my lifelong dream, okay, I slaughtered that, let's restart.
And I'm just thinking in my head, and I hope this works out.
I was like in shock, couldn't even like process what was happening.
She's Tyson Henderson's brother, her sister. Tyson Henderson was her brother.
Then I told him that my older brother was Tyson Henderson, who's the same age as Brian, and he was like, oh my gosh, I know who that is, I totally went to school with him. He's like, I didn't know you were his little sister.
It all started with Tiffany first telling Brian that she didn't want a video. She didn't want it to turn out cheesy. She was worried about that. That's when I told Brian, you know, I was like, let me know when you're gonna propose so that I can, you know, plan on doing a video for you guys. All of a sudden Brian calls me one day while I'm out and he says that he's got the ring, he's planning the proposal. He had planned to get some Chinese lanterns, looking for a location to set them up in the air. And I'm like, oh, this would be so cool to make a video. And he goes, ah, man, Tiffany still doesn't want a video. I was like, let me just do it for you guys. Let me just do it for you so that you have it to remember. You can show your kids one day. He's like, yeah, that's a good point. So maybe we should do it. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We end up getting to the point where we're starting to plan, and Brian's buddy Brett is the one that's kind of behind the scenes doing all the stuff as far as planning. This is Brett, he's the mastermind. What up? Calls me up and says that we're going up to check out the location and try out a few lanterns. She'll be blindfolded, so we want to put a GoPro on the front of the car so that... So we went up the night before Brian was going to propose to the location.
How many lamps are there going to be? We've got 40 of them. Wow, 40 of them. That's going to be cool. We've got 5 minutes to light them and get the freak out of there. That's going to be so cool. Because the cops will be there.
We went up to the top, figured out where I'm going to be standing, where I'm going to put my camera.
So we're out here at the top of Traverse Mountain where Brian is going to pop the question. We're going to figure out where we're going to set up cameras. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Come on, Brian, answer.
Oh, there's B. What up, dude?
That's my boy. Why are you upside down? Turn your phone around.
Why are you upside down?
There you go. Yeah, it'll totally work for the lanterns. And that, I think with the way that the hill is, it'll kind of suck the lanterns towards the middle of it.
And then we went to the bottom.
Do you know how those go?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a better way.
Yeah, you gotta like pre-unwrap them.
Lit off the lantern and it was perfect. It was so slow and it just went right up. So we're like, this is gonna be so awesome. So we send this one up and we watch it and it goes and goes and goes and goes and ends up getting to up into the sky and just burns out. We're like, yes, this is perfect. This is gonna work out so great.
The other thing is, bring a freaking coat and blanket. It's that wind. So cold. That wind is bitter.
So then the next day came and it was game on. Brian texted me and said he's on his way to my house to get the GoPro and the mic, and then he runs back to get Tiffany. And as soon as he runs back to get Tiffany, my friends Daiana and Tyler show up. So we get all of our equipment, jump in the car, and buzz over to Brett, where he had met with my mom, Haley, my little sister Haley, Tylee, everyone else that was gonna be lighting off lanterns.
When your legs don't work like
Brett got me the speaker. I set up my phone so that I could play it up there once I got up there.
That'll be cute, man.
That'll be cute.
That's beautiful. They're gonna get up there, you're gonna wave him down, he's gonna text me 15 seconds before we let the balloons go. I'm gonna text you and just say, start the music.
I jump in the car with Daiana.
All right, it's a beautiful Friday night, and we are headed up to the top of a mountain where my sister and future brother-in-law are gonna get engaged. We're rushing because they are right on our tails, and if we don't get there before, well, we'll get there before them, but we gotta get set up.
Before we got to the location though, I was nervous because I couldn't remember exactly how to get there. And so I'm stressing out because I know Brian's on my tail. He's gonna be showing up any minute. So finally we end up finding the place. We walk over there. I set up my camera and I'm just setting up the camera when all of a sudden I see car lights and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're coming.
Shit, that's him.
I grabbed the light from Daiana and I waved Brian down. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, Brett and my mom and everyone's just getting everything ready to light.
This is America.
If you need to, the person that's lighting it, blow up into it to get a little more air in it. Just let go of the bottom, Tylee.
We're in business.
All right, how many of you are ready to go? Ready? Do you feel like you're pulling up? I'm texting Tylee.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, yours is burning.
Up at the top, Brian starts walking towards us, and I can see him, and so we turn off all the lights. And Tiffany still didn't want a video. We were still trying to be secretive about this, so I didn't want any lights. I didn't want her to have any idea that we were there. We just didn't know how she would react because we knew she didn't want a video. She gets up there, that's why it was dark. We could barely see her, but we luckily could see her silhouette going through the lights. The microphone worked out great. That's one thing that I was worried about, was when Brian got there, I had to just hope that it would connect with mine so that we could hear him and Tiffany.
Now, take slow steps. Take slow steps.
So I text Brett, let the balloons loose. So then he gets the text, he says, all right, let them fly.
All right, let it rain. If you're ready to go, let it go. Nice.
They start going up and it's just like, oh, I didn't know at the time, but the Chinese lanterns were not going as well as planned.
Shoot, that's going to start a fire. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes.
My mom's freaking out because she doesn't want to start anything on the fire, and this is right in front of the freeway, so you can see these Chinese lanterns really easily.
You guys, I'm scared we're going to start again.
And so they're stressing out down there, while up top we're just kind of standing around waiting.
So far, they haven't gone up too well.
You guys are doing great. This is what I pay you for. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's a
good one.
We end up seeing one of the balloons, and so I turned the song on.
When your legs don't work like they used to before.
Where's that guy?
And I can't keep you up every day.
One of the times the Chinese lanterns flew into the mountain. And Brett swears, runs over, luckily he stomps it out.
I think it's time to go. What do you guys think?
And that was kind of the last straw for them. And as soon as they got all the Chinese lanterns that they could get up, they booked it out of there. Brian ends up popping the question.
Tiffany, will you marry me?
I promise you're not getting this time.
I'm not.
Yes, I will.
It turned out to be a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I was able to be a part of it. Once she saw the video and saw how cute it was, she wanted me to finish it up and make it a video with an interview and everything. So we ended up doing the interview. Tiffany knocked it out of the park. She's a natural, and Brian did as well, and so they end up putting on a great interview for me, and it was just a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to do it.
My lifelong dream. Okay,
If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Tyson J. Henderson. There's a lot of fun stuff. I'm in the process of getting some more interviews of people. I really love telling people stories, and that's what it's all about for me. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see y'all later.
Brian's like totally exceeded like all my expectations for a guy, like by far. I never thought like I would end up with someone so amazing, and it definitely makes me want to be a better person. Is that good? And I cannot wait to marry him. Super excited.